Hey, how is it going, everybody? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me, you can see me, and then we'll get started. We'll wait to get a few people on. How is everybody doing on this Sunday? I hope you've had a pretty good day and a good weekend. Alrighty, I'm gonna wait to get a few comments rolling in just to make sure that you can see me and hear me. We've had a few technical difficulties throughout the day, so that's why we've conducted a few tests. So yeah, just let me know that you can hear me and that you can see me, and then we'll go ahead and get going. Jessica, cool. Thank you so much, and thank you for being a supporter. Mandy, loud and clear. All righty, cool deal. So we're testing a new setup for Firsthand Weather. We're trying to make the Facebook Lives a little more attractive, where we show graphics. We're gonna start doing. We'll do some small ones on the main page, but we're going to do a lot of these Facebook Lives with these graphics on the supporter group. So make sure that you go ahead and join that after this video. Today we're going to talk a lot about the severe potential on Wednesday for the South, looking like there's a chance for not only severe weather, but some tornadoes looking like a possibility as well. After you watch this Facebook Live, make sure that you go ahead and read the article. I've updated the article that we put out yesterday, so you can go ahead and check out that article once we finish this video. So let's go ahead and get started on showing some of the graphics. Just keep letting me know if you can see me or not, as well as hear me, because again, we're trying out some new software, so we want to make sure that that you are able to see us and hear us. Hey there, Karen from South Carolina. Barbara from Eastern North Carolina. Hi there. Hey, Karen, thumbs up, and the dog prints. I like that. Are you so you can still see me and hear me? Okay, cool. Can you see the graphic right now? That's the main question. Can you all see the graphic that I'm showing? It shows the severe threat for Wednesday across the South. I want to make sure that you all are able to see this. Let's see. Becky, hi there, Becky. All right, cool. Robin says yes. Cool. Thank you for being a supporter. All right, so the graphic you see right here, this is the severe weather threat for the South. Oh, it looks like we're having a few issues with this software, but we're gonna keep going and see what's up. We may have to redo this later, but all right. So this graphic right here, if you can see it, this is the severe weather threat for the South on Wednesday. The threat is going to start west of the Mississippi River earlier in the day on Wednesday, and it's slowly going to shift east. Yeah. Okay, so so you saw me a little bit earlier on the first graphic, but you're not going to see me on these following graphics, just because I want you to be able to see the entire graphic without my ugly face being popped up on there. I want you to see this whole graphic. So we'll go back to me here in just a little bit. I appreciate everybody. So, all right, this graphic right here is the severe weather risk area for Wednesday. It's going to start west of the Mississippi early in the day on Wednesday and slowly shift east as we move throughout the afternoon into the evening hours. As you can see, there is a level 2 and a level 3 risk for a good chunk of the South. The level 3 risk is, it does include New Orleans, Mobile, Jackson, southern parts of Memphis, all the way into western Birmingham. So a really good chunk of the South, pretty much all of Mississippi, all of western and central Alabama, eastern Louisiana, as well as eastern Arkansas are included within this level 3 risk. So these areas, the level 3 and the level 2, have a chance not only for damaging winds and large hail, but there is the possibility of some tornadoes. Some of those tornadoes could be on the strong side. So that's something we're going to have to keep a really close eye on over the next few days. Like I mentioned, Jackson, New Orleans, Mobile, Birmingham, Memphis, all within that level 3 risk area. The level 2 risk area includes Shreveport, Little Rock, Nashville, and just west of Atlanta. So a really big area is included within the risk area. Why we're going to see the showers and storms is we have another upper level low. This is a similar track to the one that's dumping the snow in parts of Wyoming, Colorado, South Dakota, and Nebraska today. And it also caused those tornadoes in West Texas yesterday. Another system going to take a similar track into the plains as we move into Wednesday, and that's going to allow a surface low pressure to develop, which is going to start to pump in that moist, warm Gulf air into the region. Dew point's going to climb into the 60s and 70s on Wednesday. You can see that here. Those blue and purple colors indicate those rich dew points moving into the area. Along with the moisture, we're going to see warm temperatures in the 70s across the south. So when you combine those warm temperatures, those dew points, and that upper level system spreading in a little bit of colder air up over the area, we're going to see pretty good fuel for those showers and storms. The Cape values right here are pretty high. Where you have those orange and yellow colors, that's your highest Cape values, but the grayish green areas are also pretty high as well. So we're going to have that energy needed for these showers and storms to really get going and likely become severe. This next graphic I'm showing you is a significant tornado parameter. So there are a lot of variables that come into play to identify identify which areas have the best chance to see some of these strong tornadoes, which I detail that in the article. So you want to make sure that you check it out. But you can see that this tornado parameter is pretty high across a good chunk of Mississippi, Alabama, extending into Tennessee, as well as even the Florida Panhandle. So a pretty high, significant tornado parameter across this area. This doesn't mean that everybody's going to see a significant tornado within this area, but it does let you know that if we get some of these discrete supercell storms, that there's going to be perfect atmospheric conditions to possibly lead to some strong tornadoes across this area. Again, everything has to come together just right, but right now it is looking like we're going to see a severe weather, if not a tornado outbreak on Wednesday afternoon. Again, this is the area that we're keeping an eye on if you're just now tuning in. We have a level 2 and a level 3 risk for a good part of the South, and that's really concerning. A lot of people are asking if it's going to be similar to 2011. It's too early to make that determination. Let's hope not, but there are some similarities with this setup, so we're going to have to keep a really close eye on it. I know a lot of people are afraid of storms. They're afraid of severe weather. But don't panic. Just make sure that you have a plan in place. That's the best thing you can do. Have a plan of action in case there is a watch or warning issued. Know what you need to do. What is a watch or what is a warning? We'll kind of go ahead and go through this terminology just a refresher. I know most of you know what it is, but it's really easy to get it mixed up or forget once you've gone through the cold season. A lot of people don't see warnings or watches throughout the winter, so let's kind of refresh on that. A tornado watch means all those conditions are favorable. They're all coming together for the possibility of tornadoes. When you have that warning issued, you want to take action. This means that a tornado has been spotted by a person or it's indicated by radar. So there's a good chance that there is a tornado on the ground. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and you take that action to protect yourself, your loved ones, your pets, all that good stuff. And then a tornado emergency, let's hope that we don't have any of these. This means that there is a severe threat to human life and catastrophic damage likely to property. So those are kind of our the three areas that we want to focus on: your tornado watch, your tornado warning, as well as your tornado emergency. Those are some common terms that you may hear throughout this event, especially the watch and the warning. Let's hope there are no tornado emergencies. So you all, I'll try to read some questions, so start typing in your questions. I'll go ahead and go back to me where you can see me. Hopefully you can see me on here now. Yeah, so when we kind of start these videos, you'll be able to see me. You'll see the First-Hand Weather logo, but in order to let you see the whole graphic, I kind of want to get myself off of it. That way you can see the whole graphic large, because if not, my face is going to be blocking part of it, or it'll kind of shrink that graphic to where it's kind of hard to identify cities and counties. So that's why I kind of set it up this way. So again, if you're just now tuning in, you can watch this video from the beginning. Once it ends, you can go and watch it from the beginning because it'll be posted on the page. But I just broke down the severe weather threat on Wednesday. It's going to be west of the Mississippi Wednesday morning, kind of shift east in the afternoon and evening hours east of the Mississippi River. Large hail, damaging winds, tornadoes are all a possibility with this event. Some strong tornadoes are a possibility, unfortunately. There is an article on here, so after you watch this video, you can click on the link and you can read that article. It's an updated article to what I wrote yesterday. So I've updated everything, and I've also added some stuff in the article as well. So it's really detailed, so you can check that out. Also, if you are not a supporter, please consider becoming a supporter. There's a link within this description of the video as well. We would love it. It not only it helps provide new stuff coming out on firsthand weather, but it also just ensures that we're having the best quality products coming out for you all, which we have a new website coming out and eventually a new app coming out. So that's some of the good news. An app for Android as well as iOS. All right, let's see if we have any questions on here. Patty is a supporter. Thank you. She says she's praying for safety at all. Yeah, definitely. Me too. I want everybody to be safe. Aaron, Macon, Georgia, watching. Does anybody have any questions? Becky and Dennis checking in from South Carolina. Hey there. Michael, what is the potential risk for Chattanooga? All right. So I'll go ahead. I'll go back to this graphic so you can see. Chattanooga, look at that. You're right in that area near that level 2 risk. So you're going to be borderline level 1, level 2 risk for severe weather. Damaging winds, large hail are the main hazards. However, there is an isolated tornado threat there as well. We still are trying to identify where the warm front is going to set up late Wednesday. Right now, models are kind of all over the place, so it's going to take us probably another 48 hours to really get a good idea on where that warm front's going to set up. If that warm front is near Chattanooga, then your tornado threat would be a little bit higher, but right now, it's too uncertain to let you know just how high the tornado threat is, but I would say damaging winds, large hail, a good possibility in Chattanooga, and there is a tornado threat as well. How escalated that tornado threat is, we won't be able to really identify that for about another 48 hours, but I would prepare for all types of severe weather there just to be safe. What is the possibility of a tornado below Birmingham? Birmingham is included within, it's on the border of that level 2 risk as well. I'll go back to that graphic so you can see it. It's on the borderline of that level 2, level 3 risk. So there is a chance for not only the damaging winds and hail there, but tornadoes are a possibility too. Just how high that tornado threat is, like I mentioned, it kind of depends on where that warm front is, and that's kind of where there will be that highest tornado threat. But right now, if you're in Birmingham, I would prepare for the possibility of all modes of severe weather, including tornadoes. Hammond, Louisiana. Yep, Hammond, Louisiana. It's kind of the same thing that I just said with Birmingham. You're within that pretty good risk area for severe weather. Damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes are a possibility in Hammond, Louisiana as well, unfortunately. Augusta. Augusta has a chance for some severe weather. The highest chance, though, is going to be to the west of Augusta, Georgia. That's what it looks like right now. But as you head into the overnight hours Wednesday, that severe threat will shift into Augusta, looking more like a wind threat for Augusta. However, there's a non-zero tornado threat, so you just want to make sure you prepare for all modes of severe weather, even into parts of Georgia. North Carolina, South Carolina coast area. Okay, so there's no severe threat Wednesday for North Carolina, South Carolina coast area. However, as we move into Thursday, there's actually a level 2 risk for parts of the Carolinas. So your event would be Thursday, which I'll have an article out on that probably tomorrow to identify that severe threat as we move into Thursday for not only the Carolinas, but moving up into the mid-Atlantic. All right, Atlanta, Debbie. So Atlanta does have a chance to see severe weather. The main risk area is just west of Atlanta, but Atlanta's going to be on that level 1, level 2 border for severe weather. So damaging winds, hail a possibility. Isolated tornado can't be ruled out. The main severe weather threat looks to be west of Atlanta, but don't let your guard down, Debbie. Dalton, Georgia, similar to Atlanta. There's a little bit of a higher chance for severe weather in Dalton. All modes possible, but mainly looking like it could be the wind and hail, but there is an isolated tornado threat. Terry, thank you for being a supporter. You're wondering, in Kentucky, which part of Kentucky? There is a chance for severe weather in Kentucky. It looks like Kentucky will be to the south of the warm front, so that means it's probably going to be a hail threat in Kentucky with maybe some gusty winds trying to make it down to the surface. So right now there is a severe threat in Kentucky, but it looks more like a hail and possibly a wind threat, but continue to check back. Athens, Georgia, looking like the main severe threat will be to the west of Athens. However, overnight Wednesday into early Thursday morning, there is that possibility for some severe storms. Likely it would be gusty winds and hail in Athens. Terry, Louisville. Yeah, so it looks like the main threat for you in Louisville would be the hail and the winds. Arkansas. Yep, Arkansas. Yep. Becky and Dennis want to know about Springdale, Arkansas. Is there a severe threat there? Yep, there is a severe threat there. And it looks like it would be overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, and there is a chance for all modes of severe weather there. Damaging winds, as well as hail and isolated tornadoes, are all a possibility. Terry, Peachtree City, Georgia. Again, there's going to be a severe threat there as well. It does look like the main severe threat is going to be just west of Peachtree City. However, we can't let our guard down. We have to keep a really close eye on this. Even in Peachtree City, there is a severe threat there. It looks mainly to be gusty winds and hail, but we can't let our guard down for tornadoes as well, especially as we move into the overnight hours on Wednesday. There could be some embedded tornadoes with a line of storms that races toward the east into parts of Georgia. Oh, Terry, you have children in Kentucky. Okay, yeah. It looks like it's mainly going to be a hail and wind threat in Kentucky. Let's keep our fingers crossed, but I'll continue to keep you updated if it looks like that tornado threat is going to be a little bit higher. Charlie wants to know if any model guidance on when or where the warm front will move. Trying not to sound like an idiot, I'm wondering if it'll be more of an inland or more coastal areas of South Alabama, Mississippi. Okay, so the models are kind of all over the place with the placement of the warm front. However, Charlie, it does look like that warm front is going to lift north of I-20. So it looks like it's going to be somewhere between I-20 and I-40, but we don't know exactly where it's going to be. However, with that warm front being north, even being north of Mobile, you're still going to be in that warm sector that could see not only the damaging winds, but you could see isolated tornadoes there in Mobile as well. So don't let your guard down, even if that warm front is north of you. You'll still be in that warm sector where there could be the possibility of isolated tornadoes all the way down in Mobile. So that's really kind of it with this Facebook Live. Just wanted to kind of test out the software, give you all a quick update. Again, if you are just now tuning in, you can watch this video from the beginning. Once I end this, it'll post it. You can watch from the beginning. Also, make sure that you click on the link to read the article. I have an updated article that breaks down the severe threat, the timing. It lets you know who has the best chance to see what. And we talk about all the environmental conditions, atmospheric conditions coming together to produce this severe weather. And also, if you're not a supporter, make sure you consider becoming one. You can also click on that link once I post this video. I think that's going to be it for now. I may have another update later tonight. I hope everybody has a good rest of their Sunday. Be safe out there, and we'll continue to keep you updated over the coming days.